time and investment stuff. So speaking of time and investments, I think this is a really good conversation around that is, are you spending your time on things or are you investing your time in things? And what's the difference?
The
Fix it.
ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you invest, you're expecting a return.
Okay.
Let's say spending your time has a low ROI, and then investing your time should have a higher ROI.
And for those of you who don't know ROI, and this is why I want to have these conversations. I want you guys to get comfortable around the conversations and terms investors use.
Turn on investment.
Return on investment, meaning, like Trey said, when I spend money, I'm not expecting to get a return. When I invest money, I expect to get a return. Gary Keller says, invest in people first. Who's the first person you need to invest in?
Yourself.
All right, everyone, take your thumbs, point them to the sky. Right? If you're driving, go ahead and just rotate them back about 90 degrees. Who's the first person you need to invest in? So, invest time and invest money. Who doesn't have investments already? Stocks, bonds, ATFs, crypto, real estate.
Real estate, no.
Good.
Just my primary residence. No.
Technically not an investment.
Yep, that's why.
So one of the worst things you can do is look at your primary residence as an investment because it'll make you leverage against it, and that's a terrible thing. Don't do that. But if you want to be an investor, we always say put some money aside. There's a great book. It's The Richest Man in Babylon. It talks about your money's children's children becoming, wealth for you. Let your money work for you. Pay yourself first. If you got $1,000 coming in, 10% of that goes right off the top into an investment account. I don't care if it's $10 a month that you're putting in an investment account. It's going to grow. Do you guys want $10 in your investment account or you want $10 in Starbucks?
Both.
I love it. Both. Now we got to find yourself a fund that doubles at 7%. Well, the same thing goes to in our personal development and growth is we look at that 10%. We want to put dollars away for investment in our financial future. Are we putting time away for our personal development? Not just this 30 minutes you guys are using in the morning to drive to work or to drop off kids or to get your day started. I love that we have this routine that we're setting ourselves up for excellence by having a mastermind in the morning, good positive energy. We're getting our mindsets right, and then we're moving on with intention. But what are you doing for yourself? Where is 10% of your time being spent on self-development? That could be a skill, a hobby, a passion, or something that you want to do that will either fortify what you're trying to become or open up new doorways for you to explore more of that. We call that a learning plan, right? Your growth map. Every month, should you set up something to do? Continuing education, self-development, mindset, motivational, mentorship, stuff like that? Is it on your calendar? Raise your hand if all of your CE is done for your next license renewal. I'm talking 100% ready to rock and roll. One person. Erica's like, me, it's all I do. I sit at home and do CE. Great. Eric, I'm hiring you to do my CE now. I got 72 hours to do by end of next month.
I'm expensive.
You know what? It's worth it. It's called leverage. No, but that's the thing is we all do this mad dash at the end. Like, let's get our CE together. Let's get all our stuff taken care of at the end. What if we put a map together every month? We had a plan. We're gonna do one CE event. And every town, every city has a title company, a lender, or some entity that's putting on CE classes, right? And why aren't you going to them? I don't have time. All right. Who else thought that?
I haven't seen any of that. Like anyone offering CE. I was actually going to call you yesterday because I was working on my NAR code of ethics, and I was like, I need to start doing my CE before next year, and I don't know where to do it.
Sure, are you in Tucson?
No, he's in Sierra Vista.
Oh,
But
well,
there
Tucson's
always
got a
something-
ton of them.
Yeah, there's always something going on down there. Ask Nicole. Lean into Nicole. She's plugged into a lot of stuff.
Okay.
But also, there's stuff at the MLS you can go to down there in Sierra Vista that we serve. There are tons of offerings. Now, here's the thing: is if I could look at my financial future and go, you know what, if I invested time here, I'd make this much money, or if I invested some $10 here, I'd make $20 there. I would do it 100%. I'd put it on my calendar all day. Next Thursday at 3:00, you need to put $100 in this account because it's going to double your income for the year. Okay. We can't do that with money because we don't have a crystal ball. But we have classes, we have opportunities to grow. Like in the Tucson office, every Thursday or Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 8:30, there's a class teaching how to become a top agent. 3 hours. What is it, or 2 hours? It's get out to 11, right? So 2.5 hours. Let's look at that. How many hours a week do you work?
50, 60?
50 hours a week. Okay. I'm glad that Christina is the only one that's active today. Lydia is doing something on Facebook. She's reading and just
Lydia's got
Oh, yeah.
prep work for her open house she's doing this weekend.
so even if you went to that top agent class, 2.5 hours on Tuesday, 2.5 hours on Thursday, how many hours is that? I'm making it easy on you guys.
5.
5 hours. $5 foot long. No, 5 hours. And you said you work 50 hours a week. And I'm asking you to put 10% of your time aside for self-development. How many hours would that be?
Not much.
So
Hour a day?
an hour a day. 5 hours. If you're working 50 hours in a week, what is 10% of 50 hours? It's 5 hours. Well, 5 hours is a lot if you think, oh, I don't have time for 5 hours, but it's an hour a day. An hour a day, and you still get to take the weekends off. What are you doing for yourself? Well, if you're working 40 hours a week, you do 4 hours a week. That's an hour a day. You take Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. If you're working 20 hours a week, then fucking get to work, lazy bones. But one of the best things you can do for yourself is plan what you want to develop around. If I go on the call right now and I asked all of you, all 13 of you, and said, hey, Scott, what's the one thing, if you worked on it, would make your life easier? Scott would be like, my scripting. Okay. Erica, what's the one thing, if you got stronger on, it would make you more confident tackling buyers and sellers? Objection handling. All right. Jim, what's the one thing that if you stop doing it, you might actually do the things that you've learned how to do? Stop being creative. Jim's like, foundational support and time blocking. So you would be in the same class as half the people on this call, right? But there's always one thing. Find the one thing that if we got better at it, everything else would be easier. So think about that. Let's put that bold question out there. If you're willing to share, think about it. What is one thing that if you added it to your business or added it to your mindset or added it to your understanding of the profession would help you become more successful?
Consistency with time blocking, protecting my time.
You're not alone.
Mine's not even time blocking, it's respecting that time blocking.
Well, that's
I can
exactly
time, I
right.
can time block it all day long. I middle finger it all the time.
Yeah, but it's the now here let's boil that down. What's the skill you need to learn?
Discipline.
Time management?
No, the skill you need to learn is saying no.
I don't like that.
Need to learn to say no to things that are not directly in those time blocks. It doesn't feel comfortable. I know, but guess what? I think Trey's growling at us. You were saying something, we couldn't hear you.
Oh, I was telling my son to turn that tablet down. My bad.
Yeah, turn it down, little Lewis. How dare you?
But for me, thing that I know I need to work on is just not sleeping past that first alarm because that'll give me an extra hour and a half in the morning to do stuff that I need to do.
You have an hour and a half between alarms?
Well, my first one's at 6, and I used to wake up at 7 to start getting the kids ready, but I started doing 6 because I can get a little bit more stuff done within that hour and just let them sleep. Because once they wake up, it's just I got to get them ready, get them fed, do all the stuff. So, but I usually sleep past that clock one.
Okay.
You go
so
to bed too late, Trey?
let's talk that exact line, Trey. When you decided to start waking up at 6 o'clock, what time did you go to bed?
I don't get home till like 9, and then still, I'm in bed by like 10, so I'm usually.
You guys hear that? The exasperation, that's his excuses trying to escape. He's all, man, I get home at 9 and I got to take care of the kids and the wife and I got to do some stuff and, this, that, and the other thing. I'm asleep by like, I don't know, 10, 10:30, 11. I lay there on my phone until 1 o'clock in the morning. I finally fall asleep. And then 6 o'clock comes. I hit that snooze button and I wake up at 7:30. Pretty accurate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I take my melatonin at 9, but it don't always kick in that quick.
Don't take melatonin, dude.
I really am. Like I'm in the bed on, and I'm just laying there with just in darkness.
Here's another thing for you, right? That's one thing you can learn is how can I get my body into a rhythm that is more successful for my schedule? Guys, I am in bed by 9 o'clock, sleepy by 9:30. I don't care if I'm on vacation, on a cruise, on an airplane. At 9:30, dude, my body's all night. My wife hates it. The other day, my daughter was in bed with us talking. It was the middle of a sentence, and I don't remember the end of the sentence because 9:30 clicked over, and my body's all, hey, I don't give a fuck what you guys are doing. I'm going to go to sleep because I have a routine. We're talking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, doesn't matter. But it took time to build that, and that started with me shutting things off earlier. So that was the one thing I learned is how can I set my schedule up? So there you go. There's your one thing. Give yourself back an extra hour and a half. Man, there's your 10% right there.
Yeah.
Who is it that said it, Dan? There was I can't remember who it was, but they were like, it's all about the first 2 minutes. Like it's that just get through the first 2 minutes. Get up, make the bed, like, go get your coffee started or whatever your routine is. It's like just that first 2 minutes. And their example was like, if you struggle to go to the gym, get your clothes set out the night before, have your shoes ready, and just focus on those first 2 minutes, which is just getting dressed. Because then by the time you're dressed and you've got your shoes on, you're like, well, I might as well go now.
I think that was James Clear or James, whatever, the Atomic Habits guy.
Yeah, it sounds very Atomic Habity. So
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah. I was going to say compound effect or something.
yeah, what it is you're eliminating the barrier of resistance. If for you getting up and going to the gym, it's a struggle because you have to get up and then get dressed and you have to get on the car and go. Sleep in your workout clothes. That way you wake up and you're ready to rock and roll. Most of you are like, oh, that seems so uncomfortable. Yeah, you know what's also uncomfortable? Unhealthy living. I bet your body hurts. It's going to hurt for a while working out too. Guess what? After time, it's not. Just like when you spend an hour on yourself learning and developing. Oh, it's so boring. I hate it. I just want to be on TikTok. I know, but you're not learning what you need to learn on TikTok. You're learning how to make an upside down raspberry pumpkin cake. Great. That's not going to do a whole lot for you in lead conversion. Oh, I learned how to really do this really cool edit on CapCut. Okay. What else did you learn about social media marketing and launching out campaigns to get more engagement? That's worthwhile. I learned that if you put a cat in a sweater, they get mad at you. No, that's not worthwhile. That's why it's like, look at it. What is the one thing? Like the book, The One Thing. What is the one thing if we start doing or stop doing, everything else gets easier? So let's look at the learning plan, right? Our goal, our growth plan. Where is one thing you want to improve on? And most of you on this call were a little hesitant around the conversation of investing. When I said ETFs, you're all, what the heck's an ETF? 3 of you knew what I was talking about. So maybe financial literacy would be a benefit to you. Books like The Millionaire Next Door, The Mindset of Wealth, what is it? The Psychology of Money. Great books. So it doesn't have to be a class, doesn't have to be a seminar. Maybe it's a book that you're reading and you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to read this book. I'm going to spend 10 minutes a day reading 10 pages a day, whatever it is. If we focused on daily growth, what would it look like this time next year?
Winning.
There you go.
Success.
Winning.
Prepa-
What was that, Trey?
Prepared. You look very prepared.
Yeah.
Like, go to meet with clients. You get questions that you normally don't get. You'll just look prepared.
Christina, you've been in my office probably the most when I'm on client calls. Do I have to get ready for those calls?
No.
How do they go?
Like, I mean, they go smoothly, positive. I mean, like
It's almost like I knew what they were going to talk about. Like the situation wasn't surprising.
right.
Why do you think that is?
Because you're prepared.
Yeah, I'm prepared. I've practiced them. I've gone through them. I've learned. I've read. I've researched. But I've also gotten to a certain level of preparedness that no matter what happens, what dinosaur shows up, I'm ready for battle. And I also say the same for Christina, because when she gets in situations too, her brain goes right into action. She's like, okay, we are solutions focused. We're not going to go, oh my God, what are we going to do? You're just like, no, let's get into it. Let's make things work. So the fun thing about when self-development in a professional sense actually improves your personal life too.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, James. Or that was the dog growling in the background. I don't know.
It was James's son trying to tell the dog that wants to go outside 15 times in an hour that she can't go outside again.
Oh. I took Moose for a walk this morning.
Doggy door would fix that.
Yeah, it also would fix my cats going out there.
They'll learn.
Coyotes getting them.
It only happens once.
Okay, my God.
I have one cat that goes outside, one cat that will not. My cat that goes outside kills birds, big birds sometimes. He's quite scary. But I want you to look at that. What is the one thing? Where is one thing that you want to explore for self-development, personal development, professional development, financial development? And invest your time and resources into it. You'd be surprised at how much you can do with an hour a day. Well, Dan, I don't have an hour in a day. Bullshit. I guarantee you have an hour in a day. It may not be a contiguous hour. It may not be all together, but you got 15 minutes here, and you got 15 minutes here, and you got 15 minutes here, and you got 15 minutes there. We all have the same amount of time every day.
Can we count this call as self-development?
You could. Are you
30 minutes right there every day.
It's 30 minutes of self-development every day. The only way you can count this call as self-development is when you participate.
Touche.
But the thing is, guys, and there's an 80-20 principle in everything in life. I can't get mad that a majority of you are non-participatory. A lot of you guys don't show up verbally. No, I can't expect you all to participate because there's still the law of 80-20, meaning that 20% of you are going to show up in a capacity to learn. And then 20% of those people are going to go and do it. I sent an email to 50 people. 10 of them did something. 80-20. I talked to 25 of you every day. Today's a small call, 14 of you. Right? How many of you are applying the things every single day? You may get something here and there, but when you are actively participating in your development, it becomes exponentially faster. And if you don't understand this concept, I want you to imagine yourself at the gym. And if you've never been to a gym, imagine yourself at a gym. You can still do it. You want to get stronger, more, able-bodied. What do you need to do?
Show up.
Be consistent.
Wrong. Both those answers wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Both those
Make up
answers.
your mind to do it.
We showed up, right? We made up our mind to go to the gym. We showed up at the gym. We're consistently showing up at the gym. What are we doing wrong?
We're
Wasting
just playing
time.
on Facebook while at the gym. Don't do shit.
Yeah, we're there. I'm at the gym.
Selfies in the mirror. Selfies in the mirror.
I'm doing selfies in the mirror. I'm on TikTok. I'm like, hey guys, look at my butt. I'm at the gym, right?
For the massage.
Hashtag get a massage, right? What are we not doing?
Putting in
Putting
the
in the work.
Oh, thank you, Erica. Put in the friggin' work. If I go to the gym consistently and I put in the work, do I see results?
Yep.
I think the main idea, don't take your phone to the gym.
Don't tell me that. I need my music, Oksana. But you also need me to go to the gym because if I don't work out, I am an aggressive bear. Big Dan aggressive's no good. But when you're an active participant at the gym, right, meaning you're participating in the workouts, you're doing the classes, you're doing the stuff, you're doing all the things, you're going to see results. But if you just show up and stand there and you're like, wow, the gym smells weird, and you're there every day, you're like, wow, it still smells weird. You know what? This is my third time this week and it still smells the same. But you haven't done anything. You're not using the weights. You're not doing cardio. You're not going to classes. You're not doing anything to be an active participant in the gym. You're not going to get any results. So please, this weekend, I challenge you, become active participants in your self-development. Take a walk, listen to a podcast, read a book, take notes. Come up with a list of questions that you've been dying to get answers to and research them. Find resources to help you become a better person. Your clients will thank you because now you become more prepared to help them with their problems. Because after we look at all of what we do in real estate, it's about solving people's problems. When you solve enough problems, the pay takes care of itself. Was today worth your time? Are you going to be an active participant in your own self-development? Show up, be prepared, get active.
Yes.
And for the love of God, Anthony, for the love of God, Anthony, stop taking butt selfies at the gym. Your social media does not enjoy it.
How's it going to look good for Silky's run or Silky's hike?
Silky's hike?
You don't know about his Silky's? That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, we're going to talk more about that for sure, guys. Well, hey, have a fantastic Friday. Go out there and do